It has been just over a month since Charlie Kirk was murdered. There have been a lot of conspiracy theories discussing what happened. What I want to do is focus on the truth. What do we know for sure about what happened? I'm going to show you some shocking evidence that the government is lying. Tyler Robinson was arrested for Charlie Kirk's shooting and was indicted under 7 criminal counts, including murder. The indictment explains that Tyler Robinson was a lone gunman. He acted alone, and in the message to his lover, he said, "I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age." The indictment also explains the police found the suspected murder weapon, a bolt-action .30-06 rifle, nearby. There was also ammo engraved with transgender ideology. The indictment also explains they published photos of the shooter from the UVU surveillance cameras. This led to people recognizing Tyler Robinson, which led to his arrest. During this time, the police also discovered the messages sent from Tyler Robinson where he confesses every element of the crime. The messages describe a note left by Tyler Robinson that read, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." He confesses in the messages that he alone did it. He had absolutely no accomplices. He explained where he left the murder weapon, he explains how he engraved the ammo, and he explains why he did it. He killed Charlie Kirk because of love. He did it for his transgender boyfriend who is transitioning to a woman. At first glance, this looks like a pretty airtight case. They have the murder weapon, video footage, and the text message confession. I want to look at each of these things a little more closely. Here is a map of the shooting. Charlie Kirk was here, and the shooter was allegedly on the roof here, 2 football fields away. Now, I'm not going to show the video of Charlie Kirk getting shot, but what we saw was blood bursting out of the front of his neck. The authorities claim that the murder weapon is a .30-06. This is a big gun. People who are experts in guns immediately started calling this out as unlikely. Candace Owens has been doing her own investigation. This week, she made the bombshell claim that she has received information that the bullet fragment that was removed from Charlie Kirk's body was not from a .30-06. Now, she has not produced any evidence of this claim. So we have to be careful because she is saying the exact opposite of law enforcement. Law enforcement is saying that Charlie Kirk was shot with a .30-06. So I want to look at this issue critically. Let me show you a video of someone doing a test.
So finally we come to the .30-06. This is a 150 grain bullet, muzzle velocity 2,910. with energy foot-pounds at the muzzle about 2,820. So that's a powerhouse.
Let me just stop here. Did you see how large that bullet is? That is the size of the bullet they are claiming pierced Charlie Kirk's neck. Now let's look at the actual test. He's going to shoot at a gel head which simulates flesh and bone. Do you understand why the weapon experts think this story is unbelievable? The gunshot wound was not consistent with the damage you would see from a .30-06. If Charlie Kirk was hit with that massive gun, his head would have exploded. The people standing in the front row would have been covered in guts. Not only that, the bullet would have passed through him and hit the people who were standing behind the tent. What is even more strange is there is camera footage showing the back of Charlie Kirk's head. Only a handful of people have seen this footage, and they have reported that it shows that there is no exit wound. This has officially been confirmed by Turning Point USA in a post on X.com. The surgeon who worked on Charlie Kirk said, "His bone was so healthy and the density was so impressive that he's like the man of steel. It should have just gone through and through." The coroner did find the bullet just beneath the skin. They are claiming that this .30-06 bullet entered Charlie Kirk's neck, hit his bones that acted like steel plates, and it stopped the bullet just beneath the skin. Let me show you the test again, and you tell me if their explanation is a bunch of nonsense. I think the allegation that the .30-06 is the murder weapon is false. Let's talk about the video footage. One of the key points of this case is they claim that they have video and photos of Tyler Robinson committing the murder. Here is alleged video of Tyler Robinson walking to go shoot Charlie Kirk.
Right now, this hour, TMZ has obtained new video of the before and after images of the suspect accused of killing Charlie Kirk. I want to show you the first video here. This is of the suspect walking to the venue in this neighborhood. Take a look. You can see the images now of that suspect. They're walking in the street. And if you can see, the person is walking with a limp there, and it is believed to be because that person has a rifle in the pants, and they are walking very difficult because of that object that is inside of the pants. Take a look here of that limp right there. And you can see there the suspect continuing to walk the street there, very close to where the venue was. And then this is after where we see now that suspect clearly running in the field. And this was all obtained there by TMZ. And of course, police are looking at that. The feds are looking at that as well. But this is the newest video that we are seeing of all this play out. And again, just happening moments ago as well, we are getting a new shot of the person of interest, the suspect, where these new images just released by the Utah Department of Public Safety. I want to show you this one as well, a little bit closer up. You can see what they are hoping that by releasing these photos and images, that somebody out there is going to recognize this individual. There is a $100,000 reward for the capture and arrest of this individual that is accused of killing Charlie Kirk just yesterday.
Then there was this video showing what happened after the shot was taken. So supposedly, we have video footage of the whole crime. But there are a couple strange things about this footage. My biggest concern is that not all of the footage was released. They only released small portions of the footage. Why are they cutting the footage up and only releasing parts of it? On the photos of the suspect walking up the stairs, why did they release grainy still images and not the actual video footage? Isn't that strange? Remember, this was released during the manhunt. Wouldn't they want to release more footage and better quality footage if they wanted the person to be caught? The other problem is that the person was limping in the first video, but he's clearly not limping in the still images. His left leg is bending in one image and his right leg is bending in another image. He is supposed to be limping because he's carrying the gun in his pant leg. But then why would the limp switch to different legs in different pictures? And why are they not showing us this footage? With the footage of him running across the roof, the FBI cuts off the footage from before the gunshot. Supposedly, there is footage of him on the roof preparing to take the shot, but for some reason, they won't release it. Why? Are they not releasing it because it would show that there is not enough time for him to put the gun together before the shot is fired? The official story is that Tyler Robinson broke down the rifle, hid it in his pants, got on the roof, put the rifle together with a screwdriver, then jumped off the roof and hid the gun. In the indictment, they say, a camera captures the suspect running across the roof carrying an item whose shape is consistent with a rifle. When I look at this footage, it does not look to me like he's carrying a rifle. What do you think? It looks to me like a tiny backpack. It does not look like he's holding a gun. He could not have broken it down because we have the timestamp on the video footage. He starts running at 12:23 p.m. right after the gunshot happens. Then we have this photo, taken from a surveillance camera 6 hours after the shooting, showing Tyler Robinson at a Dairy Queen. When we compare these two images, the first thing I notice is that these are clearly not the same hat. Are we supposed to believe that he took off one black hat to put on another black hat? Why is he wearing a different hat? In fact, these don't even look like the same person. Was the grainy photo even of Tyler Robinson? What is even more strange is that FBI Director Kash Patel was furious at his staff over this specific photo. The New York Times reported that in an online meeting with 200 agents, Kash Patel was incensed that the agents in Salt Lake City waited nearly 12 hours to show him a photo of the suspected killer. This is very strange. Why did the agents wait 12 hours? Was it because they were using that time to doctor the photo and frame Tyler Robinson? But it gets even crazier. This is one of the clearest videos we have of the shooter.
You think he'd already be in place?
You would think that. So there's somebody on the roof right there? Just saying. He just ran from over, where's my finger? Whoa, from over there, ran in, and now he's right there. Just saying.
In Candace Owens' investigation, she actually spoke with the person who shot that video. This is probably the one eyewitness who had the closest look at the shooter. He immediately went to the police when they were initially arresting the old man on the scene who ended up being the wrong person. This is her description of what he said. This is the wrong person. I observed this person with my eyes. You have the complete wrong description. The person you're looking for is wearing tactical gear and is obviously young because I watched him sprint back after taking the shot. I saw this with my own 2 eyes. So the defense is going to have an eyewitness that can testify that the person on the roof does not match the FBI's description of Tyler Robinson. This account is verified by other facts. One of the commenters on YouTube named Kaylee B said this: Candace, that description of the shooter did go out. I was listening to the Utah Valley Public Safety Police scanner immediately after Charlie was shot, and the description that the witness told you, black pants, black tactical vest, black mask, etc., was exactly the description the dispatcher gave out to the police in the first few hours after Charlie was shot. I'm so glad I recorded it. I'm going to upload it to YouTube or X and tag you. There was some crazy stuff said on the police scanner that day. Now, I don't know who Kaylee B is, but I think they are an American hero. Because they did upload the police dispatch. Here it is.
Is going to be wearing all black, black long gun, black tactical helmet, a black mask, possibly wearing a tactical vest and jeans. Continuing attempt to locate active shooter suspect.
Tactical vest and a black mask, possibly carrying a rifle.
Why was the description the police were using on that day different from the photo the FBI is now circulating? I think someone is lying. With all of these problems, I do not believe any of these videos actually prove that Tyler Robinson was the person who was on the roof. Let's talk about the messages. I want to be very clear about something. These have been widely reported as text messages. This is wrong. These were not text messages. They were Discord messages. If you do not know what Discord is, it's an online social media space where you can send each other messages. I'm going to show you a press conference by Utah Governor Spencer Cox. Listen carefully to what he says.
Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel.
The fact that these were Discord messages means they cannot be verified by cell phone data and they can be easily faked. Anyone could have sent those messages. Not only that, the police have these messages because they used their phone and took a picture of the screen. So they don't even have the actual messages. If we do not have the original messages, there is no way to verify their authenticity. So when the indictment says, the roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting and provided those messages to police, that is not exactly what happened. The police took a photograph of the alleged Discord messages. I don't know how this stands up as evidence in court. Now let me show you another interview that FBI Director Kash Patel gave on Fox News 5 days after the shooting. Listen carefully to what he says.
I have two quick questions. One, is it true what the governor said yesterday that he had a written note that you're looking into now prior to the assassination? Did he have a note?
The written note, we believe, did exist, and we have evidence to show what was in that note, which is, and I'm going to summarize, basically saying, the suspect wrote a note saying, I have the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it. That note was written before the shooting. Evidence of its existence, we now have learned, existed before the shooting, was in the location in the suspect and partner's home. But we have since learned that the note, even though it has been destroyed, we have found forensic evidence of the note, and we have confirmed what that note says because of our aggressive interview posture at the FBI.
Okay, so now the note doesn't exist. They claim they have evidence of the note. Is this another photograph from someone's phone of this alleged note? Just like the messages, if we do not have the original note, there's no way to verify its authenticity. It sounds like there is no real evidence that these messages ever happened. There are a lot of reasons why people think the messages are fake, but let me give you just one big reason. The messages talk specifically about the engraved bullets, saying, remember how I was engraving bullets? The messages are mostly a big meme. We have already established that it is unlikely that Charlie Kirk was shot with one of those .30-06 bullets. So if the bullets were fake, that means that the text messages are also fake. Let's go back and look at the prosecution's case. The murder weapon is false. The video footage is false. And the text message confession is false. I do not see how they're going to win this case against Tyler Robinson. Now, maybe they have additional evidence, but then why have they not released any of it? Because all the evidence they released so far, I don't think proves anything. In the United States, in a criminal trial, you have to prove guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. That means if the jury even has a little doubt, they are going to find him innocent. I don't know about you, but I have a lot of doubt. I don't even think they have proved this guy was on campus. Now, to be clear, I think Tyler Robinson was involved somehow, but I don't think he was the person who pulled the trigger. I don't think he was on the roof. The evidence shows us that the lone gunman theory is not correct, and there are likely other people involved. Kash Patel has partially confirmed this with his post on X.com saying, We are meticulously investigating theories and questions, including the location from where the shot was taken, the possibility of accomplices, the text message confession, and related conversations. So he acknowledges that they are still investigating other people involved. Here is my concern. If someone else committed the murder, I am worried that someone is going to try and kill Tyler Robinson before he gets to trial. If they have already killed Charlie Kirk, what is to stop them from killing again? There's a lot more to this story, but I think it is clear that what the FBI is telling us is not correct. Charlie Kirk deserves the truth. I know that some people don't want anyone to criticize the ongoing investigation, but I don't think it does Charlie Kirk any good if we convict the wrong person for his murder. If there is another accomplice who actually took the shot, we need to uncover who that is. I hope that people continue to investigate what happened so that Charlie Kirk can get justice. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe the government's explanation for the shooting? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. If you find my videos helpful, consider signing up for a membership on my website, wolvesandfinance.com. For $6 a month, your support helps me to keep making these videos. Thank you to everyone who has signed up. I'm Zach from Wolves and Finance. Thank you for watching.